Guys, today I'm going to talk about air conditioning system. And this complicated diagram that you see over here, why I want to explain the complete system, because over here I'll try to explain the system layout. When I'll show you the live diagrams over there, live things, then you'll understand it better. That's why I want to explain my ship specific over here. I will explain you the cooling system, I'll explain you the heating system, and I'll explain the humidifier as well. Now guys, let me start with, this is my AC compressor over here. So AC compressor is taking in the refrigerant that is in vapor state and discharging gas at a higher pressure over here. Got it, guys? Now guys, I am not going to get into the theory part. Theory part I have already discussed in some other video. I am going to discuss the layout and then cooling, heating and humidifier system, which is more important, the control system, how it works. That is more important for you to understand in this video. This is specifically for those people who are already class 4, class 2 engineers. Okay. So ये compressor over here, it has got a crankcase heater. Why a crankcase heater? Okay guys, when your compressor is not running, you do not want the refrigerant which has come over here should get into liquids and become miscible with oil. You want that refrigerant to get vaporized and get into this, it all should always get sucked in towards the discharge side, right? So this crankcase heater, when the compressor is not running, this crankcase heater becomes on and ensures that the refrigerant which has come into the crankcase side is always in vapor state. What is this motor protection device? Since it's a hermetically sealed compressor, the motor is fitted inside the compressor. You will not see it outside. So in case if motor is becoming heated, then this motor protection device will operate and cut off the compressor, giving an alarm. Got it? And how will this happen? Because if motor is working improperly, more heat will produce, and accordingly with the heat, resistance is going to change and it will give a signal. There might be a thermistor fitted over here. Might be. Now, come over here guys. When I talk about suction over here, this is a suction valve, this is a suction pressure gauge. I've got a pressure gauge, I've got a discharge side pressure gauge as well. And both this connection go to a pressure switch over here. Now this pressure switch has got, this is a pressure switch over here. It has got suction also and discharge also. And there is different setting given. So when the setting say discharge setting is given at 21 bar. So when the discharge pressure comes 21 bar, it gives an alarm and shuts off the compressor. When the suction pressure say comes 1 bar. So if it comes at 1 bar, suction pressure becomes 1 bar over here, it will cut off the compressor, but it will not give an alarm. Because low suction pressure pe cut in cut off becomes important as per the load important, when it is very hot and when it is very cold, depending on that. So compressor cut in cut off ke time pe this becomes very important. This is a pressure switch I am going to show you. Now my from compressor discharge side, high pressure, high temperature goes to a condenser over here. Over here this is cooling water flowing into the condenser. We have again given a pressure switch over here. Why this pressure switch is given? They say, bhai agar cooling water nahi jayega, what will happen? This side pressure will increase, right? So we want to ensure that cooling water is always going in the condenser for cooling the gas which is in liquid to make it, which is in vapor state to make it liquid over here, right? So this pressure switch, if suppose the cooling water supply fails, this pressure switch says, arey bhaiya, there is no cooling water, don't send the refrigerant over here. Immediately stops the compressor. You see, it stops the compressor motor and gives an alarm. Boom, alarm, and compressor stops. So again a safety over here. Then we have got a filter, a dryer over here. But if there is any moisture in the refrigerant over here, we do not want it to go into the evaporator. So we want to contain it over here. Also, this is a refrigerant charging point. Different AC systems have different charging point. Some AC systems will have charging point on the condenser. Some will have on the dryer over here. So it depends on your ship. Always read the manual carefully. Again I am telling you, be ship specific. Jo Mr. Mehta is telling you right now is not going to be important for you guys when you go on some other ship. But the concept why is important. Why are we doing this? Why is this kept over here? This is what you need to understand. From here, this is a side glass where you can see the flow of the refrigerant gas going. There is a ball fitted over here. Then this gas goes over here in liquid state now. There is a solenoid valve fitted and then it goes. This is a thermostatic expansion valve into the evaporator. This gas goes over here from the evaporator coil, goes in, gets converted into vapor state and comes back into the receiver. Now this receiver is a huge cylindrical type. If there is any liquid, it will come over here and vapor will only go into the compressor side. That's why this receiver is given. Most of the sides ships it is not given, but since it is given over here, so if any liquid is over here, it will stay over here. It will not go into the compressor side. That's why. Now guys, this solenoid valve and this thermostatic expansion valve. Guys, thermostatic expansion valve discussed in detail in my other videos, which you have to watch if you have to understand how thermostatic expansion valve works. But this is a bulb fitted on the outlet side So when the evaporator का जो outlet से gas निकल रही है, this is where the bulb fitted, and this is the thermostatic expansion and the inlet fitted. This is your evaporator coil over here. Copied. On board my ship over here, there is not just one, there are 4 evaporator coils. I'll show you guys. There are 4 such system of solenoid valves and 4 thermostatic expansion valves fitted. So there are basically 4 inlet lines coming. Because on my ship I do not have just one compressor, I've got 4 compressors fitted. I'll show you. So there are 4 evaporator coils, 1, 2, 3, 4. I have not made the exact diagram, otherwise it would have become very complicated. I just want to show you one system of compressor over here. But on my ship you will find 4 compressors, 4 condensers, 4 all these units, and also 4 evaporators with 4 expansion valves, 4 solenoid valves with this capillary tube fitted. Now when I'm talking about this solenoid valve, you see this solenoid valve is getting signal through this control panel over here. Now what is this control panel doing, guys? So when I have to explain this, I need to explain you this system over here. Chalo. Now basic concept is, when we are cooling the system, guys, what we have to do is we have to cool the air. So this is a fan fitted over. This is called AHU. Now guys, this is a AHU system, air handling unit, AHU system. This is. So इसके अंदर क्या है, यहाँ पर this fan is fitted. So when this fan is running, this is taking suction from here and discharging over here, and this is going to the accommodation. This is going to all the cabins, chief air cabin, third air cabin, fourth air cabin, galley, mess room, everywhere from here. Copied? Now don't look at anything else. So this fan, when it is running, it is taking suction from over here, or it can take suction from over here. Now one is pressure, other is recirculation. What do you mean by recirculation? By the air that you are sending into the cabins, it also has to come from somewhere. So it comes, gets heated in my cabin where I am wearing my banyan and I am feeling hot. It gets heated, and then it comes back through the recirculation over here. Another is fresh air from the outlet side. Now why these two sides are given? Suppose we are in a very hot environment. The temperature outside is 40 degrees centigrade, say. Okay. Now if I have to cool this air and I have to make it say 20 degrees centigrade, right? A lot of gas will be required, a lot of cooling will be required, and now I have made this temperature 20 degrees centigrade, right? Now if this air from here goes to my cabin at 20 degrees centigrade, and then in the cabin it gets heated to 30 degrees centigrade, say, and then it comes back over here. Now what will be better? To cool this air at 30 degrees centigrade, or again to cool this air at 40 degrees centigrade? It is always better to cool this air at 30 degrees centigrade, right? So that is why when we are in hot regions, we would want that our recirculation is full open and maximum cool air which is already gone into the cabin is coming back. So that is how we are maintaining the efficiency of the system. We will not be running all the compressors. Maybe 2 compressors are sufficient to run the AC, right? Understand? To maintain the temperature say 20 degrees centigrade outlet over here. Now another thing comes. Suppose we go into a cooler climate. We go into temperature where temperature is outside is 20 degrees centigrade. Okay. Now when the temperature 20 degrees centigrade, now you know temperature is outside is okay, fine. Yeah, then why should I run the AC system? Why should I run the electric power? Why should I make my system work too much? I should give it rest. What I do is I shut the recirculation, right? And I stop my AC plant. I let this fresh air come in and go to the accommodation. Cool air, easy. Nothing happening, working fine. Now I go into a very cool climate. Temperature outside minus 5 degrees centigrade. Guys, I do not need the AC system now. I do not need the AC system. Now what I need is, I want heating, guys. I can't stay in this minus 5 degrees centigrade temperature over here. I need heating. So what I do is over here is, guys, see, this air is coming or this air is coming. This is the filter over here. This is the filter. Why this filter is over here? So that the dirty air, if it comes, it should not choke the evaporator coil over here. Evaporator coil fins are very fine, very thin, very fine system is there. I do not want to damage this evaporator coil. I do not want to make it dirty. So this filter filters the air, and every few days we clean these filters, every 15 days, 20 days. Copy it? So from here, air comes in. This is a heater provided. Now, steam line is over here. From here, boiler, steam is coming. Now let's talk about this system. Steam comes over here, it goes and it comes back, goes return in the system. But what this steam is doing is, when this air is coming, it is heating the air. So minus 5 degrees becomes 15 degrees centigrade. You supply more steam, it becomes 20 degrees centigrade. You want it more heated, you make it 25 degrees centigrade. You give more steam over here, so it becomes 25 degrees. How you give more steam? There is this valve fitted over here. The more this valve is open, the more steam will go, the better heat transfer will take place. I will discuss this valve later, but I hope you have understood this system. Copied? Now, I have explained this, I have explained you fresh air, I have explained you recirculation. Now let me explain you this control panel over here first. So guys, what this control panel says, suppose now my air conditioning system is running. Suppose now my because right now the temperature that my ship is having is around, outside is around 27, 28. So my AC system is actually running right now. So what happens is, I have got two systems. They say, bhaiya, fresh air. So I have got two temperature sensors fitted over here. I have got a fresh air temperature sensor fitted over here. Ki bhaiya, fresh air ka temperature kitna? How much is the fresh air temperature? I have got a temperature fitted in the recirculation line. Ki bhaiya, how much is the temperature in the recirculation line? Copied, guys? So what this is, they give me the temperature. Sir, fresh air temperature is this much, return air temperature is this much. Okay, fine. Then I make a setting over here. I say, if fresh air temperature comes 15 degrees centigrade, that means it is becoming cold. I will put the fresh air in use, and then I will put the setting fresh air 15 degrees centigrade. What will happen as soon as the temperature becomes 15 degrees centigrade? And set point is, see, this controller works like this. There is a set value and there is a measured value. Measured value is the value being measured by this temperature transmitter over here. It says, say the measured value is 17 degrees centigrade. I say, okay, fine. But as soon as the temperature becomes 15 degrees centigrade, then I do not want my AC to run. 15 degrees centigrade is good temperature in my cabins. So automatically, see, this is automation. So I have given the signal, when the temperature of fresh air becomes 15 degrees centigrade, I do not want my air conditioning system to run. Give it rest. So what it does is, when the set value is 15 degrees centigrade, when the temperature comes to cooler, it becomes 15 degrees centigrade. The measured value becomes 15 degrees centigrade. This controller gives a signal to this valve over here and shuts this valve. This solenoid valve shut, what will happen? Now there is no refrigerant getting collected over here. No refrigerant going means your suction pressure will start reducing. This pressure is going to reduce, and when the pressure reduces, pressure switch comes to 1 bar. Pressure switch says, oh, it is 1 bar now. That means I have to cut off the compressor. So it cuts off the compressor, and now my air conditioning system is not coming in use. Another thing is, one day I see, okay, now fresh air is not in use, I'll put recirculation in use, because outside temperature is 35 degrees centigrade, but I want to put recirculation in use. So recirculation in use, but still I want my cabin temperature to be around 20 degrees centigrade. So I put my cabin temperature set value at 20 degrees centigrade, and say the measured value is coming at 25 degrees centigrade. No problems, my AC is running, no problems. But suddenly now continuously AC is running, cooling, same 25, cooling down, 24, 23, 22, it comes down to 20 degrees centigrade. As soon as my measured value becomes 20 degrees centigrade, now this controller will give signal, shut the solenoid valve. The solenoid valve shuts. Again, there is no refrigerant going over here. The suction pressure starts dropping over here. Pressure switch, pressure reaches 1 bar. It says, oh, shut the compressor, and compressor stop. Again my AC system is getting rest. So that is where my automation of cooling system is working. This is for the cooling system, guys. Okay, when my AC system is running. Now, let me talk about heating system. Now see guys, over here, when this, अब heating की बात कर रहे हैं, I am not talking about AC system, because when heating is required, AC system is not running. Now we need steam. So steam is coming from here, going over here, coming. This fan is running continuously all the time. So minus 5 degrees centigrade air is coming in, passing through the heater over here. So heater is heating this minus 5 degrees and making it 12 degrees. This temperature sensor over here, outlet, senses 12 degrees centigrade temperature. Now this heater controller, again, measured value, set value. Measured value is say 12 degrees centigrade, and I have given the signal, okay, make temperature 20 degrees. Don't make it 12 degrees, I want 20 degrees. So what she says is, it is, abhi right now at school, I need more steam then. So it gives a signal to this valve over here. Arey, open more. This valve opens more steam goes in. When more steam comes in, now temperature increases to 14 degrees centigrade. It becomes 14. But I want 20 degrees. It says no, still 6 degree difference is there. Open the valve more. So valve opens automatically more steam goes in. Now it becomes 18 degrees. Now it says it is 18 degrees, little bit more open, or maintain this one. Let us see. Accordingly, this control signal will be okay, open now little bit. And this was open slowly and then maintain 20 degrees centigrade temperature over here. When it comes to 20 degrees, controller says okay, stable. Now don't open this valve more, I want this much. Copied? Now after some time we go into a little bit heater climate. So this valve was open say 50 degrees, 50% when minus 5 degrees centigrade temperature was there. And we wanted 20 degrees over here. Now say temperature becomes 0 degrees centigrade. That means now 0 degree centigrade is when heated at 50% valve open. This is temperature is becoming 25 degrees centigrade. But we want 20 degrees because measured set value was 20 degrees centigrade. So what it says, Arey bhaiya, it is 25 degrees centigrade. Shut the valve. So it gives a signal and opens the valve 40% now. And accordingly, again temperature comes to 20 degrees centigrade. So this is how basically this controller is working. Now guys, this is another thing that you have understood. Copied? Now let me talk about the third most important part. So we have understood cooling, we have understood heating, we have understood system layout over here. Basics I have explained. Now I have to explain you humidifier. Now guys, what we have done on board ship is, see, if you want to go into details about my humidifier system, everything, you will have to go through my other video. But over here I am going to give you a very basic example, guys. When I talk about humidity, I mean if it is too much humid, it will become all sweaty, I'll feel uncomfortable. It is less humid, then in that case the air will try to take moisture from my skin and it will make my skin all dry and itchy. I do not want that, right? So what I do is, when we are in a hot climate, when the AC system is running, normally humidifier is not required at all. But when we go in a cold climate, when the temperature outside is say minus 5 degrees centigrade and you are giving heating over here, when you heat this minus 5 degrees centigrade and heat it to 25 degrees centigrade, say 20 degrees centigrade over here, the relative humidity say over here was 80%, will drop to 20% over here. And guys, this 20% relative humidity is not good. It is very dry air. Your lips, eyes, all are going to scratch. Your skin is going to become very dry, very itchy. So now when you are in cooler climate, you just do not want to just heat and increase the temperature. You also need comfort. You do not want to scratch your skin and try to sleep. So what we do is, we need to increase the relative humidity, which was 80% over here, but because of heating it has become 20% now. We have to increase it back to say 60-65%. So basically we have to add moisture, we have to add water. And what is the best way of adding water is steam. Steam contains a lot of water vapors, lot of moisture. So what we do is, there is this steam which is going for the heating is also coming over here. This is a reducing valve fitted, guys. Why? Now we do not need the 7 bar pressure over here. We need very less pressure over here because we do not want too much steam coming over here. Very limited steam. And this steam is not going to return back. This steam is going to go along with the air into the accommodation. So this steam is coming over here and along with the air which is coming over here, it goes along with that. And that is how my relative humidity increases to 80% or 70% over here, because the moisture of this steam is coming along with the accommodation. And many people will be thinking, sir, this steam coming will heat the outlet air which is going to your cabin. Yes, then in that case this temperature sensor will sense the temperature is increasing. It will tell this wall to shut more. Accordingly it will happen. All is automation, guys. This is all automation, right? So this is your humidifier working. Now again question is, sir, ये क्या लगा रखा है यहाँ पे? What is this? This is a reducing valve. But again, how much humidity to give? How much steam to let in over here? I can't be a chief here standing over there. Acha, Captain Saab, how much humidity now? Okay, accordingly. No, I want automation, everything to work in auto. So what I've done is, I have got 2 humidistats. Now guys, this is something which I have learned on this ship as a chief engineer. But since I found it interesting, I thought I'll share it with you. This is an instrument, I'll discuss that later, which senses ki bhaiya right now how much is the humidity. So one humidistat is fitted at the outlet of the AC over here, and one humidistat is fitted in the chief engineer's cabin. I'm going to show you both. And both these are connected together and giving a signal to this solenoid valve to open. Okay, now what happens is, guys, humidistat, how does it work? Guys, always remember, when your humidity is more, your hair ka length will increase. This hair is sensing humidity, and when your humidity is less, drier, this length is going to decrease. So they have got an instrument fitted which is called a humidistat, जहाँ पर they have fitted a human hair. Human hair fitted along with an electrical system, micro switches. So what it senses is, it senses कि भैया अभी right now humidity is how much over here. This humidistat. So when it senses the humidity and you have given it a set value. Now this is the measured value by the human hair, and you give it a set value by a screw. कि भैया how much humidity I want maximum. Say 90%. And this is fitted over here. This is for the maximum one. कि maximum humidity should be 90%. And there is another humidistat fitted in chief engineer's cabin, where I give a set value, set 10% or 20%. I say, and again this is a human hair element fitted over here, which is measured value. So I say, bhaiya, this is the minimum. So basically I want my humidifier to work such that humidistat such that the humidistat to work such that the humidity is between 20 to 90%. Accordingly, both these electrical give signal to this valve. Copy it. If it is less than 20%, they say, "Arey bhaiya, open the valve." If it is more than 90%, it says, sorry, this is the less one. If it says less than 20%, it says open the valve. Let more steam go in. Let increase the humidity. This is the maximum one, set at 90% say. So it says, oh, it is going more than 90%. Shut the valve. Shut the valve. So this one is shutting the valve. This one is opening the valve. That is how your humidifier is controlling the humidity for our cabins and taking care of our health, I would say, about our comfort. Because if we are not comfort, we are not going to sleep properly. अगर हम अच्छे सोएंगे नहीं, how the hell are we going to work? So guys, I hope you have understood this thing. अब next thing I have to explain you guys is, in this video I'm going to make another video, but you need to understand a wet bulb, dry bulb. I'm going to show you the video. I hope you have understood, guys. Any questions? Jai Mata Di.